Can we talk about leading up to this? Because you hate the Penguins with a passion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Crosby and Ovechkin drafted together, two of the best of all time. I mean, can you go through just your hatred?
Yeah, I mean, it was like every year it seemed like they would bounce us out, and we were always the two best teams out of the East. But the way that the NHL playoffs are set up, they don't really protect. It's more about like the separating the divisions from each other and how the brackets are set up. So it was like every year we would play the Penguins in the second round, it felt like. And we just had a lot of really heartbreaking losses to them. I remember 2009, 2010, where the series went back to D.C. for Game 7. I was really pumped for that, and they scored like 6 goals on us in the first period. There's just been like a lot of times where it was like the Capitals are the best team in the entire NHL during the regular season, and then we're going to get to the playoffs and we're going to run into the hottest goalie ever. It was always like that. One time that happened with Henrik Lundqvist. We were better than the Rangers, and we lost to them.
He's just too handsome.
He's too handsome.
He's
I agree.
a hot man.
He's really good looking.
Everybody named Hank, I feel like, is just an absolute lady killer these days.
Team Hank, baby.
Team Hank.
Team Hank.
Hank Hill, not really.
No, Hank Hill could.
He
get
wasn't.
Hank Aaron was good looking.
He was.
And
Big
he was
hands.
Big hands. You know what that means?
Yeah, I do.
They got big gloves.
Big
Big gloves.
Yeah.
Big gloves.
So yeah, it was just year after year of running into disaster in the playoffs, and it beat me down as a fan for a while. And I reached a point where I never thought that it was going to happen until this year, and we got to the playoffs, and I was like, you know what, this team feels. It was after the first series against Columbus, I think. We were down 2-0, and then Game 3 in overtime we won. And I was like, okay, I'm officially back. I feel like this team might be different. And we had a fun team to root for, man. It felt like everybody was rooting for the Caps that year too, trying to see Ovi get his first Stanley Cup.
Like it's like Dirk or Elway or guys who everyone wanted to get one, and it took them a while, you know.
Yeah, it made it better in retrospect that it waited that long, where they all got their jokes off. It was like every year after Ovi would lose in the playoffs, somebody would tweet out that meme of like Ovi holding the golf clubs like it was a Stanley Cup. Yeah. It's like, oh, first of all, Wasnh doesn't play golf; he's Russian. Okay,
dude,
like that's
he's an insane athlete. I bet he could play pretty good golf.
So,
his mom was an Olympic basketball player. Wasn't his dad in the Olympics as well?
Yeah. He's got
athlete blood.
His first round of golf that he ever played, he hit a hole-in-one. He's not a golfer, but they took him out one day, and he hit a fucking hole-in-one. The first time ever out.
Hockey guys are that's like the same kind of motion. Those guys are studs at golfing.
I feel like people that are really good at like 3-point shooting,
yes,
and foul shots are also good at golf.
Punters?
Yeah, hunters.
No, punters.
Oh, punters.
Punters and kickers.
Yeah, because they do the same motion.
It's
over
that
and over
pendulum
again.
shit. They're psycho in the head a little bit.
Yeah, they just get locked in to this one thing that they do repeatedly. So, I was almost at my wits' end with the Capitals. I was like, if it doesn't happen this year, it's never going to happen.